When mounting track lighting on a suspended ceiling, several methods can be employed, including direct mount, indirect mount, and pendant mount. Direct mounting involves attaching the tracks directly to the ceiling grid using specialized mounting clips. This method typically requires access to the ceiling plenum, which is the space above the suspended ceiling. Indirect mounting uses a suspension system installed below the ceiling grid to support the tracks. This offers easier mounting and maintenance without needing to access the plenum. Pendant mounting suspends the tracks from the ceiling with cables or rods, suitable for high ceilings or when aesthetics are a priority. For wiring methods, using AC or an MC cable through the ceiling panels with a connector in the 1/2-inch knockout is acceptable, but the cable must be rated for concealed wiring and protected from damage. Alternatively, adapters are available to connect the track to a junction box mounted in the ceiling panel, providing a more secure and accessible connection. To ensure a successful installation, consider these steps. Firstly, inspect the lights to ensure they are UL listed and in good condition. Secondly, determine the appropriate mounting method based on the ceiling type and available access. Thirdly, when wiring, if using AC or MC cable, verify that it is properly rated and protected, or consider using an adapter for a junction box connection. Fourthly, follow the manufacturer's instructions for mounting and wiring the tracks, although instructions may not be available. And fifthly, always prioritize safety by using appropriate tools and adhering to electrical codes. Consider these additional tips. Firstly, use track lighting connectors rated for the track and wattage of the lights being installed. Secondly, allow sufficient slack in the wiring to accommodate maintenance and adjustments. And thirdly, thoroughly test the lights before energizing the system. When using AC or MC cable, ensure the cable is securely fastened to the track lighting fixture using an appropriate connector. This connector should be listed for the type of cable being used and provide a strain relief to prevent the cable from being pulled out of the fixture. Securely attaching the cable and connector ensures a safe and reliable electrical connection. The NEC or National Electrical Code provides guidelines for the proper installation of electrical systems, including track lighting. Consult the NEC to ensure that the installation complies with all applicable codes and regulations. For example, NEC Article 410.151 covers track lighting specifically and provides requirements for the installation, support, and grounding of track lighting systems. Additionally, NEC Article 300.11 addresses the securing and supporting of wiring methods, which is relevant when running AC or MC cable through the ceiling. When choosing a mounting method, consider the weight of the track lighting fixtures and the load-bearing capacity of the suspended ceiling. Suspended ceilings typically have a weight limit, and exceeding this limit can cause the ceiling to sag or collapse. Consult the ceiling manufacturer specifications to determine the maximum weight that the ceiling can support. If the track lighting fixtures are too heavy for the suspended ceiling, additional support may be required, such as installing support wires from the building structure above. When running AC or MC cable through the ceiling, ensure that the cable is supported at appropriate intervals. The NEC specifies the maximum distance between cable supports, which varies depending on the type and size of the cable. Supporting the cable prevents it from sagging and potentially damaging the ceiling tiles or other components of the suspended ceiling. Use cable ties or other approved methods to secure the cable to the ceiling grid or support wires. When connecting the track lighting to a junction box, use a listed and approved connector. This connector should be suitable for the type of wiring being used and provide a secure and reliable electrical connection. The junction box should be properly grounded and mounted securely to the ceiling. Ensure that all wire connections within the junction box are made using approved methods, such as wire connectors or solderless terminals. If the track lighting system includes dimming capabilities, ensure that the dimmer switch is compatible with the type of track lighting being used. Some track lighting systems require specific types of dimmer switches, such as electronic low voltage or magnetic low voltage dimmers. Using an incompatible dimmer switch can cause the lights to flicker or fail to dim properly. Consult the track lighting manufacturer's specifications to determine the appropriate type of dimmer switch to use. When installing track lighting in a commercial space, consider the energy efficiency of the lighting system. LED track lighting is a more energy efficient option compared to traditional incandescent or halogen track lighting. LED lights consume less energy and have a longer lifespan, which can save money on energy costs and maintenance. Additionally, consider using occupancy sensors or daylight harvesting systems to further reduce energy consumption. Occupancy sensors turn the lights off when the space is unoccupied, and daylight harvesting systems adjust the light levels based on the amount of natural light available. Ensure that the track lighting system is properly grounded to prevent electrical shock hazards. The grounding conductor should be connected to the metal frame of the track lighting fixtures and to the building's grounding system. Use a multimeter to verify that the track lighting system is properly grounded before energizing the system. If the track lighting system is installed in a damp or wet location, use track lighting fixtures that are rated for wet locations. These fixtures are designed to withstand moisture and prevent electrical shock hazards. Additionally, use waterproof connectors and fittings to protect the wiring from moisture. When installing track lighting in a suspended ceiling, be aware of any existing HVAC or plumbing systems located above the ceiling. Avoid obstructing or damaging these systems during the installation process. If necessary, consult with a qualified HVAC or plumbing contractor to ensure that the track lighting installation does not interfere with these systems. Before starting the installation, disconnect the power to the circuit that will be used to power the track lighting. Use a voltage tester to verify that the circuit is energized before working on the wiring. This will prevent electrical shock hazards. After completing the installation, test the track lighting system to ensure that it is working properly. Turn on the power to the circuit and verify that all of the lights are functioning correctly. Check for any flickering or dimming issues. If any problems are detected, troubleshoot the system to identify and correct the issue. When installing track lighting, consider the aesthetic appearance of the installation. Choose track lighting fixtures that complement the style of the space. Arrange the track lighting fixtures to provide adequate lighting for the area being illuminated. Use adjustable track heads to direct the light where it is needed. Consider the color temperature of the light emitted by the track lighting fixtures. The color temperature is measured in Kelvin and affects the appearance of the light. Lower color temperatures, such as 2700 Kelvin, produce a warm, yellowish light, while higher color temperatures, such as 5000 Kelvin, produce a cool, bluish light. Choose a color temperature that is appropriate for the space and the activities that will be performed in the space. When installing track lighting in a retail space, consider the impact of the lighting on the merchandise being displayed. Use track lighting to highlight key products and create visual interest. Avoid using track lighting that is too bright or that casts harsh shadows on the merchandise. Consider using color-corrected track lighting to accurately represent the colors of the merchandise. When installing track lighting in a residential space, consider the impact of the lighting on the ambience of the room. Use track lighting to create a warm and inviting atmosphere. Avoid using track lighting that is too harsh or that creates glare. Consider using dimmers to adjust the light levels to create different moods. When installing track lighting, be aware of any local building codes or regulations that may apply. Some jurisdictions may require permits for electrical work, including track lighting installations. Consult with the local building department to determine if any permits are required. When working with electrical wiring, always follow safe work practices. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment such as safety glasses and gloves. Use insulated tools to prevent electrical shock hazards. Never work on live electrical circuits. If you are not comfortable working with electrical wiring, hire a qualified electrician to perform the installation. Track lighting offers versatility in directing light precisely where needed. Each fixture on the track can be individually adjusted, making it ideal for highlighting artwork, architectural details, or specific areas within a space. This adjustability allows for creating dynamic lighting schemes and adapting to changing needs. Consider the beam angle of the track lighting heads. A narrow beam angle creates a focused spotlight effect, while a wide beam angle provides more general illumination. Choose the appropriate beam angle based on the desired effect and the size of the area being illuminated. The use of LED track lighting not only reduces energy consumption but also minimizes heat output. This is particularly beneficial in spaces where temperature control is crucial, such as art galleries or retail environments where sensitive materials are displayed. Lower heat output also contributes to a longer lifespan for the lighting fixtures. Track lighting systems can be integrated with smart home technology for enhanced control and automation. Smart dimmers and control systems allow for adjusting light levels remotely, scheduling lighting scenes, and even integrating with voice control assistant. This integration provides convenience and energy savings. Consider the accessibility of the track lighting system for maintenance and bulb replacement. Choose a system that allows for easy access to the fixtures without requiring specialized tools or extensive disassembly. This simplifies routine maintenance and ensures that the system can be easily serviced. When mounting track lighting to a suspended ceiling grid, use appropriate fasteners and support hardware to ensure secure and stable installation. Avoid using fasteners that are too short or that may damage the ceiling grid. Distribute the weight of the track lighting system evenly across the ceiling grid to prevent sagging or damage. Before installing track lighting, carefully plan the layout and wiring to minimize the amount of exposed wiring. Conceal wiring within the ceiling or walls whenever possible to create a clean and professional appearance. Use wire management techniques such as cable trays or conduits to organize and protect the wiring. Consider the color rendering index or CRI of the track lighting fixtures. The CRI is a measure of how accurately a light source renders the colors of objects compared to a natural light source. A higher CRI indicates more accurate color rendering. Choose track lighting fixtures with a CRI of 80 or higher for applications where accurate color rendering is important, such as retail displays or art galleries. When installing track lighting in a kitchen, consider the task lighting requirements for different areas of the kitchen. Use track lighting to provide focused illumination for countertops, sinks, and cooking surfaces. Avoid placing track lighting directly above the cooktop, as this can create glare. When installing track lighting in a bathroom, use track lighting fixtures that are rated for damp locations. These fixtures are designed to withstand moisture and prevent electrical shock hazards. Avoid placing track lighting directly above the shower or bathtub. Consider the use of track lighting to create accent lighting in a room. Accent lighting is used to highlight specific features or objects in a room, such as artwork, plants, or architectural details. Use track lighting with narrow beam angles to create focused spotlights on these features. When installing track lighting, be sure to properly label all of the wiring connections. This will make it easier to troubleshoot the system in the future. Use wire labels or tags to identify the function of each wire. Consider the use of track lighting to create a sense of depth and dimension in a room. By strategically placing track lighting fixtures, you can create highlights and shadows that add visual interest and depth to the space. When installing track lighting, be sure to follow all of the manufacturer's instructions and recommendations. This will ensure that the system is installed correctly and safely. Consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns about the installation process. Consider the use of track lighting to create a flexible lighting solution. Track lighting systems can be easily reconfigured to meet changing needs. Track heads can be added, removed, or repositioned as needed to provide the desired lighting effect. When installing track lighting, be sure to use the correct size and type of wire for the circuit. Consult with a qualified electrician to determine the appropriate wire size for your application. Using the wrong size wire can create a fire hazard. Consider the use of track lighting to create a layered lighting scheme. A layered lighting scheme consists of 3 types of lighting: general lighting, task lighting, and accent lighting. Track lighting can be used to provide both task lighting and accent lighting. When installing track lighting, be sure to properly ground the system. This will prevent electrical shock hazards. Consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the system is properly grounded. When working with electricity, always take precautions to protect yourself from electrical shock. Wear rubber gloves and eye protection. Never work on live circuits. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician. Remember that safety is paramount. Following all electrical codes, using the correct tools, and being mindful of the environment are crucial for a successful and safe track lighting installation.